So we're gonna do taco night. I call it tacos, even though
it's burritos.
They end up more like burrito. I used to just get the hamburger meat, but then when I discovered the extra thin taco meat, God, this stuff makes it so much better. So we're gonna have a taco meat, fresh cut peppers, fresh cut onions. Got a romaine lettuce. I'm gonna throw that in there. Some diced tomatoes and chilies, and let's get to it.
All right.
Let's get to it. Gonna open that up.
Opened. Noise.
Let's turn on the.
Prep.
Yep. A little bit of oil for the meat.
A little bit of prep. A little bit of prep.
Alrighty. And cutting. The funnest part of any. Recognize the sarcasm there.
Yes, it's definitely the best part. Y'all should try this.
The cutting is the tedious part of it. If it was already cut, I could just throw it all together. But it ain't that big a deal. And having fresh cut peppers and onions definitely makes a choice. You see what I'm doing there though? It's a good way to quick hollow out. You just
do it again.
Cut that. Here, let me try to get it out of the light. The light's weird in this. Cut out that back. And then you just kind of...
See, that has 5, like, roundabouts. This one has 4.
Right, that's a quad, and this is a pent. Quadra pepper, penta pepper. And then, just pop out those little things.
And that's easy.
And then, now we want to get it into...
Like, it's going to be good when the hard part is easy.
Yeah, but skip that part. The best way and easiest way to cut these, you want to have... fat, flat strips as much as possible. So, especially with this 4 one, it's really easy.
It's like a tutorial.
Yeah, and then cut that.
What is it?
Just that little bit of stuff off the inside. Like so, this right here, and those are going to be the most complicated to chop up because these you can end up doing nice, flat. Thin sections, then you just kind of twist them around. Boop, 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 boop,
and you'll be good to go.
Boop,
good.
Boop.
Real good.
And you got your dices. Now,
nice.
Like you said though, this one being 5, we got to get a little more creative sometimes. See, that one's a little awkward.
Just like the lighting.
Yeah. And this one, it's gonna have a little lip on there, but we'll deal with it because it was just not perfectly shaped like the other one. And now we'll have to chop all these up, but we don't have to show every little bit of every chopping. We're just kind of showing you the process here.
Process is simple.
Onion, get off my thing. And
yeah,
sharp knife. You gotta make sure you're careful. I like to use sometimes a whole onion.
Sometimes.
And if you can get it good to where it doesn't slide out from under itself, then it's a real easy step. After you get those slices, just cut it in half, twist it, and then boom.
Very easy. That's how you make diced onions.
Yep. And then, so when I get done dicing all those, I'm going to throw the meat and all that stuff in there. Throw in the taco seasoning, and as that's cooking, we got our romaine lettuce and our shells, and
special surprise, here it comes.
On the border salsa and this awesome guacamole herde salsa.
Oh!
This green herde salsa, I mean, like, it really with the taste of it is the kind of taste you get at a real restaurant, like Señor Tacos, like my favorite Mexican restaurant to go to off Broadway.
Notice the Wacons.
Well, yeah, I got one in my ear. Listening to Ashley Bell by Dean Koontz. I've been listening to the Dark Tower series by Stephen King.
All right, what next?
Well, next is, adding it all together, and I didn't know if you wanted to film all of that, but let's go ahead and throw in the meat.
This is like the taco night tutorial.
Okay, I didn't know how long you wanted to make the video. I don't know how long we can keep people's interest. You want to make sure the little bit of oil is covering all the spots. That way you don't get one spot that the meat sticks to. I'm just hoping it's thawed good enough. And
How long do you thaw it?
well, I mean, I took it out of the freezer last night and I put it in the refrigerator, and it's just been thawing all day. So, just until it's not frozen anymore, I'll go ahead and throw in what I got. Oh, I see that. And now for the next step is just to finish cutting the veggies. And you notice how when I go around, I turn with it, because that way it keeps it the same angle of cut. And of course, when you get to the last, if it's a tall stack, it kind of falls over. But yeah, I like the cooked vegetables with it instead of throwing the fresh ones in afterwards, because yeah, they're crispy and fresher, but you like it cooked in together, and it caramelizes the onions. Now we just gotta remember, I told you these were some of the more, like, all those are easy. Now the awkward ones,
The pence.
yeah, is it the only? Oh, was this the other one? Yeah, this was the other one because it was weird. All right, so we want, like I said, remember the quad one?
Yeah.
It's easier because you end up getting these straight lines. On this one, you got two of them, and then these little things.
But the pence. Oh, the pence.
The penta pepper.
Yep.
5-sided pepper. And these I'm not gonna worry about really. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cut them again. Alright, and see that one's a nice, see, it's almost a perfect square because it was that really good shaped pepper.
Uh-huh.
And again, the process is pretty simple. Cut them into strips, turn them 90 degrees, and cut them into dices. This one ain't too bad either. Oh God, I just realized I ain't wearing my hat. My hair looks awful. Here, I want to look cooler for the video.
Well, I don't wear a hat in my videos.
Yeah, but your hair don't look as messed up as mine does when I don't do something with it.
Well, I just think you shouldn't care about your hair.
Well, I mean, as far as people are going to be watching the video, goofy hair versus a cool hat, I'm sure this looks cooler than my hair did.
My entire channel is goofy.
Well, hello, goofy channel of my sons. But still, I have my own interest in how I'm perceived and my own appearance, especially when it's going to be on a video. And especially being single and trying to date again at age 44.
Still going strong.
Oh, yeah. Just scoot them over. I mean, I got, see, like a big one. I just don't always feel like getting this big cutting board out. And this
Check out the skulls.
Oh, that's my salt shaker and my pepper shaker. But see, and I got one of this other cutting board too. But see how, like, this cutting board has lips, and sometimes when I'm trying to scrape it off into the thing, it hits the lips. So,
The little bumps.
yeah, the lip of the edge. So this one is nice and simple, cheap, and no edges. I like it when the green pepper's got a little bit of orange in there.
Looks cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if it don't really change the taste, but it gives a little more color in the actual. So yeah, this is the hardest part, is the end pieces and that first loop piece when you cut it off the way I do. Now, I'm assuming it's the standard method, but some people might have their own techniques. This just happens to be how I do it. And I ain't saying mine's better or worse. Let's see how many's there. I might not do them all, because we got a good amount of peppers. I think this will be enough, and we'll save some for
Next time.
yeah, or spaghetti or something else that I make. Now, when I made the spaghetti the other day, I forgot to get peppers. Luckily, our
Still tasted good.
well, yeah, but luckily also our pepper plant out there still had a couple of good peppers on it, so I used the peppers we grew ourselves. I really think the placement of the light in this frickin' thing is awkward. I wish there was another light source. So I often can't see what I'm doing unless I step out of the way a certain way. And you like my rings?
Nice wings.
Skulls.
Okay.
Little jewels. And what we're about to do once we get all these veggies in there. Now this we're gonna put in there, but not right away. The diced tomatoes and chilies, we're gonna cook everything up till it's mostly done. And luckily, I just hit my nail instead of my thumb because I felt it cut into my nail. So you always gotta be careful, especially with these sharp knives. But we will put in that when the stuff's almost done, because I don't want that cooked too much, because it's already soft and been sitting in liquid, unlike these fresh vegetables I'm cutting now. I think I will.
It's like most of this video has been you cutting the vegetables.
Oh well, that is the part that's the most long and tedious. That's what takes the most time, is the cutting of the vegetables.
You said that. Is that all? It's like a lot. For now.
And you know, every time we've been doing it, I've been using our Clover Valley brand.
New blend.
And
taco mix.
Well, this one doesn't want to rip easy, so
scissor cut it.
But yeah, this is old El Paso. Pass the old El Paso.
That'll solve them.
It's an old jingle for the commercial. We'll get it in there. And I have
You have a what?
tendency to fill up my pans that I'm trying to work with, and sometimes it makes it harder to get it good and stirred around. You just got to be a little more careful and a little more patient so you don't make a mess and splatter it as you're trying to mix it. You know, I'm trying to break apart the meat. And once it gets cooking a little better.
So the next step is putting taco powder.
Yeah, but once it starts cooking a little better, it'll be a lot easier to stir because the taco meat will start breaking up and shrinking a little bit.
Getting denser.
It's smelling good already. So basically, I mean, it is a simple thing that ends up making a really tasty meal, especially...
What's the simple thing?
Throw in meat, cut up some veggies, throw in a pack of taco seasoning.
That's
stuff.
many things.
Man, think about what it takes to make a creme brulee or a beef Wellington. There's a lot more intensive involvement in that. Ooh, you can kind of see where. You see where I cut my thumb with
I can see it.
Yeah.
The audience can see it.
Luckily.
Alright, what's the next step? Do you wait?
Like I was gonna say, luckily that hit my thumb and not my finger, or else it'd be blood. So, my concern now is, did I have enough onion? I definitely got enough pepper, but I got another onion. Oh shit, that's a tomato.
Oh no. Oh no.
I thought I had, I know I got another onion, because I want a little more onion in there. Not a whole lot more, just a little more onion.
Adjust onion to your liking.
Yeah. And then basically we just wait and let it cook. And then afterwards, you throw on your romaine lettuce. Now you see all these things wrapped up in so many bags, right?
Yep.
And they're usually double bagged with a piece of paper towel in them. It helps gather up the moisture and keeps your vegetables from wilting and going bad. Even refrigerated, it makes them just last longer and better. And since we don't go through some stuff all that quickly, that's very key to not having a bunch of wasted fruit and vegetables, especially when things cost so much nowadays. Yeah, of course, with your onion, you got to, first step is getting the skin off.
I gotta cut this soon. This is about reaching the limit.
Well, that's cool. I mean, basically that was everything. And if we want to do a part 2 when it's done, and you can film me wrapping you up and making yours, then we can look forward to part 2.
Alright, well that was part 1 of the taco night tutorial. Let's wait till next part 2 when it comes out.